Please help me understand this. So you're not satisfied with pictures of the perpetrators with the victims, and you're not satisfied with the victims' testimonies, and you're not satisfied with flight logs, and you're not satisfied with emails or phone calls or videos. None of that is enough evidence for you? I haven't really seen anything that, really proves that these people are pedophiles. You haven't seen anything. I'm telling you this. Ghislaine and Epstein have already been convicted for their crimes. We already know that they have done it. That is besides the truth. We know that for a fact. And now all these people are hanging out with them, going to their secret child trafficking island constantly, spending all this money there, and they're taking photos with them and showing up to their parties. You really think that these people didn't know that Epstein was doing any of this? Genuinely. That is the only outcome in which somehow they could be absolved. But we know that they knew that. So why were they continuing to hang out with them? Trump even said that he knows Epstein likes him younger. So you're telling me these people had no idea he was a part of a sex trafficking ring? Especially after seeing all the creepy fucking shit around his house and the pictures around his home. You think all these people at these parties had no idea?
Right.
Even if the people that went to that island somehow weren't pedophiles, and they are certainly co-conspirators. Every single person who has ever made it difficult or given any reason why we shouldn't release the files or hung out with them or tried to cover up for anybody in any way. Is there anyone giving any sort of pushback towards this? You are a co-conspirator.
Yep.
I feel like that's pretty simple to understand, and yet we sit here like, no, Trump's not a pedophile. Clinton is. How about both of them?
Right, exactly.
My favorite billionaire's not in there. There's no way Elon Musk and Larry Ellison, they are pedophiles. I'm sorry, but if you are in the files and you are not a victim, then it truly is guilty until proven innocent, because this is far too egregious of a case to assume innocence. And it's also wild because y'all are seeing so much overwhelming evidence about our president. Our president. There is multiple files that have been released by the Department of Justice incriminating our president into unspeakable acts with children, including that of murder. There have also been victims who have come forward about tons of famous pedophiles. And y'all are saying, no. When their names, the victims, are literally in the Epstein files? We can prove that those children were there, and then you hear their testimony, you say, no, they're wrong. What?
Right. That's Stephen Hawking right there, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So I'm looking into the Epstein files, and it was an Epstein file to the point where Jeffrey Epstein was having a conversation with somebody named with the last name Rothschild or something like that. Mind you, the last name is what caught me off guard, because they were talking about hunting. If y'all do not know who the fuck these people are, y'all need to wake the fuck up. The Rothschild family is a royal bloodline. This royal bloodline, they have parties and blood sacrifices of children within these parties. And the Rothschild family specifically, it used to collect and kidnap children, release them into the wild, and at these big parties and ball events, they would go out and hunt the fucking kids. This is the person who Jeffrey Epstein was fucking texting, saying, oh, we had a good hunt. These fucking people eat kids, bro. And if you're not up to date, you already know that the Rothschilds family created Israel. Israel has been kicked out of 100 different fucking countries within the Middle East for doing weird shit, participating in blood sacrifices and rituals and shit like that. Like, y'all need to wake the fuck up. They are eating fucking kids and harnessing their energy. Kids have the most purest fucking energy. They're going around, they're eating fucking kids and sacrificing them to a fucking deity. Stop paying rent, stop paying bills, whatever the fuck y'all gotta do. Stop doing what you're doing.
Look, y'all. 928. I'm at the police station. Look, they got Donald Trump, the Israeli star over the United States. Come on, man. What's going on at the police station? It's the police station. The police station. You know it's corrupt.
Bruh.
Oh, wow. Charlie Kirk. Look, that's Charlie Kirk. silly.
Members of Congress, I now have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you His Excellency Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel.
Put this here for a reason.
His Excellency.
Right.
That's Mike Johnson, the head of the House of Representatives, calling the Prime Minister of Israel His Excellency. That's reserved for kings. They say that to the King of England. They say that to the King of Saudi Arabia. They don't say that to any other prime minister. They say that to kings. And look at the crowd. That was Republicans and Democrats. Standing ovation. This guy doesn't even get a standing ovation in his own country when he goes to his own parliament. And don't sit here and tell me that we're actually in control of our own government, because that is proof positive of who is really running America.
Hey, short video, guys. Let's recap. Right, the most impactful one that I put together was this one, because she said a lot of common sense stuff.
Please help me understand this. So you're not satisfied with pictures of the
None of the pictures.
perpetrators with the victims, and you're not satisfied with the victims' testimonies, and you're not satisfied with flight logs, and you're not satisfied with emails or phone calls or videos. None of that? None of that?
That's my question too. None of it? So all of it's a lie. Every single thing of it is false. Even though, like she's about to say, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were both convicted of these crimes against children and the other things that they've done. But you can't believe anything else, though. Hold on.
Is enough evidence for you? I haven't really seen anything that really proves that these people are pedophiles.
You haven't seen anything because you're not looking. You don't want to. That's what scares me about dumb people, is the refusal to do the work. If you did the work, regardless of what side you're on, remember, I don't have a side. I'm on the side of righteousness. I don't have a left or right side. I'm on the side of righteousness. If you did the work, if Americans did the work, we wouldn't be in this position.
You haven't seen anything.
Nothing.
I'm telling you this.
Nothing. It's amazing how, like, I have this one guy that's whatever, like I said, in my line of work that I do, he listens to conservative radio, and he's always telling me some BS. But when I bring up some information in regards to, X, Y, and Z, or his rights being X, Y, and Z, right? I didn't hear that. I didn't. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. You never do. Y'all never do. They tell y'all what they want to tell y'all. They don't tell y'all the full story. Let's go.
Ghislaine and Epstein have already been convicted for their crimes. We already know that they have done it. That is besides the truth. We know that for a fact.
Right.
And all these people are hanging out with them, going to their secret child trafficking island.
Like, what was the name of the guy? I don't know him off the top of my head. He was the guy that said he met Epstein once and he thought he was a creep, and when he left, he told his wife, I'm never going to be around that guy again. And then he proceeds after that to go ahead and take his family to Epstein Island for a lunch, right? He said he took his wife, his kids, and the nanny, and they all went to the island. This is after the fact. He said that he don't want to be around him, and he's a creep. He said this on a podcast, and then he turned around 2 weeks ago. I think it was at a Senate hearing or something like that, and he was given a deposition, whatever you want to call it, and he confessed that he had visited that island more than 10 times. But Remember, on the podcast a year ago, he said that he never visited the island, and he said that Epstein was a creep and he don't want to be around him. I'm just saying, yo. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, the facts are the facts. The proof is the proof. Really loved her video. She got really into depth. And this is honestly a take on morality, guys. Like I said, if you have morals, this is not hard. This is only hard for people that are just like this. People that don't believe the facts and the evidence that's out right there, they're very ignorant, extremely ignorant, dangerously ignorant. And they are just like that. If they had the money, they're telling you, if they had the money in position to trade with Epstein and his mistress or whatever, to do that, they would. People are literally telling you what kind of people they are right now. How you don't believe the Epstein files when there's the redacted portion of it was 3 million something pages. Not even a full version. 3 million.
Constantly spending all this money there, and they're taking photos with them and showing up.
Right. All of that stuff. I want to go to the creepiest picture that I saw. Hold on, guys. Yo. This is crazy. How don't this give you the chills, bro? That don't give you the chills? That shit don't give you the chills? This man was fully disabled. I think the only thing he could move, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I haven't done no research on this guy in a long time. I remember, like, back in high school, they were trying to say he was like the smartest man on the planet and X, Y, and Z and da. I see it all was by design. I see it now. This man is dressed up as a princess and being held by Bill Clinton in his arms. But not only that, oh my God, this right here is, yo, like I said, this is movie type stuff. A lot of these movies that are good movies that came out and they're creepy, I'm literally finding out a lot of this is based off of this Epstein Island shit. That's the crazy part about all this. Is everything that we thought was just a movie is real. That Hunger Games shit, the Hunger Games is real. It's been real. I'm all set, man. I'm all set. I believe in God, man. I don't believe in none of this man-made political BS. I believe in that guy. I don't believe in none of this. Because this is crazy. You can't explain this. You can't explain this. That man couldn't, I think he couldn't move nothing but his jawline or in his right hand or something crazy like that. Look at this. Nah, bro. Hey, and I'm going to say this. I ain't crazy. I love my family and I want to live to be 99 years old. Flat out. Don't come for me. This is crazy though. Right? You got this guy showing, you know, like you got the yeah. Wow. Just wow. I ain't gonna speak on none of that other stuff. You know, honestly, the rest of that is just filler stuff. But the main portion of the video in regards to what she was saying, and at this point, right, there's only one person that's mentioned more in the Epstein files than Epstein. And I like to refer to him as 45, 47, and he's trying to be 48. Your name is mentioned more than the person who's the files named after, but he has nothing to do with the files. Nothing to do with the files. Ayo Bassel TV. See y'all in the next one. Peace.